Your weekly meetings are probably killing your business. They drag on, nothing changes, and worst of all, you're still the one solving all the problems. If you feel like you're working insane hours, constantly answering the same questions, and your team still can't figure things out without you, then listen up. Because high performing businesses, they run weekly meetings completely differently. And if you don't fix this, you're going to stay stuck running the business instead of owning it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to structure your meetings so that your team takes ownership, your business stays on track, and you finally get your time back. And stick around because at the end, I'll share the one tweak that makes the system foolproof. Let's get into it. All right, let's be real. Most weekly meetings are a complete waste of time. They drag on too long, people show up late or not at all. No one remembers what was said last week and nothing actually changes. Sound familiar? The problem is most people treat meetings like catch-up time. They go around the room, get updates, and boom, total waste of time. But here's the thing, weekly meetings are not about getting on the same page. That's what people get wrong. A real weekly meeting is about getting things done. So if you're tired of wasting time in meetings that don't move the needle, here's how to fix it. The biggest mistake, no structure, no accountability. Most meetings feel like a bunch of random conversations with no clear outcomes. And what then happens? And when that happens, nothing moves forward, people stay confused, and you stay stuck fixing everything. And that's why you need a system, a simple, repeatable structure that makes sure your team knows exactly what they need to do, they get stuff done, and you don't have to be the one chasing them down. The best part, this takes less than 45 minutes a week, and here's how it works. Step 1, start with what went well. First thing you do, ask what went well last week. You do this because momentum is everything. If you start with what's wrong, people shut down. But if you start with wins, they engage. Plus, this forces them to recognize progress so they stay motivated. Step 2, review last week's goals. Simple question, did you do this, what you said you were going to do last week? Yes, great. No, why not? No BS, no excuses, just figuring out what's getting in the way. Step 3, set goals for the week. Ask each person, what needs to happen this week to make it a win? Not general updates, actual priorities. This makes sure that everyone's focused on results, not just staying busy. And number 4, identify roadblocks and solve problems. And that's where you ask, where are we stuck? What's slowing us down? Instead of you being the one solving problems, get the team to figure it out. If they can Google the answer, it shouldn't be brought up. Keep it focused. And step 5, lock in commitments and keep it tight. End every meeting by having each person commit to one goal for the week. Write it down. And next week, they get caught on it. This stops the I forgot excuse because it's documented and reviewed every week. But even if you do all this, there's one last thing that makes the difference between this actually working or just another thing your team half-assed. Here's the non-negotiable rule. Meetings must be at the same time every week. No exceptions. Meetings happen at the same time every single week. No moving it, no skipping it, no exceptions. Because here's the truth. If you don't treat it as a priority, your team wouldn't. Make it sacred. Make it like a clockwork. And that's what separates businesses that scale from those that stay stuck. Now, if you're thinking this sounds great, but my team will never actually do this, don't worry. I've got the final piece that makes sure this sticks. So let's recap. If you want weekly meetings that actually work, here's what you need. A simple structure that went well. What went well, goals, issues, commitments. B, no long pointless updates, focus on progress and problem solving. And C, meet at the same time every week, no exceptions. The best part, once your team gets used to this, meetings starts running themselves. And this means you're not the one putting out fires all week. Your team is aligned, accountable, and taking ownership so you can finally step back and focus on growing the business instead of being stuck in it. If this was helpful, drop a comment below. How do your weekly meetings run right now? And if you're serious about stepping back from the daily grind and building a leadership team you can trust to run your business without you, then click the link below to book a call with me. Let's make it happen.